Hi there. Thanks for watching again and welcome to another video about the Akashic Records. In this video I'm going to take you through the 6 steps to work with the Akashic Records. These are the 6 steps based on what I experienced and what I found that works for me when connecting to the Akashic Records and when reading the records for somebody else. So step number 1, making sure that you have a clear question. If you wonder what kind of questions are suitable, then definitely check this other video which I made about what kind of questions to ask and which kind of questions work in the Akashic Records. A clear question is important because there's so much information available to us. There's so much information available in the Akashic Records. So when you're going in with an open intention or with a vague intention, then the protectors and the guardians of the Akashic Records don't really know what to give to you. Let's say you come in open and they're like, I think what would best suited for you would be page 46, but maybe also page 31. Maybe 103. Whereas when you come in with a specific intention, with a specific question, then it's much easier for them to give you the page that is fitting with your life at the moment. Then it's like, page 33. Easy. So I would always recommend working with a clear question for the energy to have a clear direction and for you to really gain valuable insight after opening the records, independent of whether it's for yourself or for someone else. Then step number 2, grounding. As I already explained before, when you're opening the records, you can really move to quite a high dimension. And the body takes a little bit of time to adjust to this dimension. Since you're jumping into somebody else's energy body, it's good to first make sure that you're grounded inside of your own energetic body, so that a beautiful synchrony, a beautiful co-creation can start happening when you're merging your energy with the other person. But you want to make sure that your own energy is also part of the equation. So that's why I highly recommend grounding beforehand. Grounding you can do in any kind of way. I think I made a couple of videos about this as well, and we're working on a course about grounding at thehealeracademy.com. But for now, grounding can be done by moving, by dancing, by singing, by connecting to the physical body, by walking barefoot, by connecting with nature. Anything that makes you feel really inside of your body. Like you can feel your feet on the floor. You can feel your hands being active. You can feel your body coming alive. And you're not so much in your mind. The more you ground, the easier it will be to ground. But at the beginning, it might be nice to take like 10 or 15 minutes for grounding. Once you feel that you're grounded, so once you can feel your entire body from the top of your crown to your feet, then it's good to do the opening prayer. I will take you to the opening prayer in another movie. So you're doing the opening prayer, and while doing that, you can feel the energy shift. You can feel the energy shift from yourself to that other person. You can feel that co-creation taking place. At that moment, there's not much to be done besides allowing that process to happen, allowing that co-creation to happen, and just observing what is happening. Once you're inside of the records and you have felt this shift, you have felt this new energy coming in, then it's nice to ask the question. So you can do that in your head, you can do it out loud, you can do it together with the other person. You're asking the question and you're waiting for the answers to come in. And again, you're observing what's happening inside of your body, you're observing what's happening in the mind, what kind of information are you being given. So in this process, it's really about listening. It's really about listening what wants to come through. And for you, especially when you're working with other people, to share that directly. Share that without filter. And to take the other person through what you are observing, what you are experiencing. This process can take some time. When I do sessions, I take around 75 to 90 minutes with every person. And in this session, maybe 2 or 3 questions can be answered. So I really take my time to answer one specific question and to allow any healing that wants to happen within the records also to take place. But of course, you're your own reader, so you decide how long you take. Maybe if you just read one question for yourself, you can do it in 10 or 15 minutes. But I would advise at least 15 minutes just to have time for all the energy to move. So once that's being done, you can thank the holders, you can thank the other person, you can thank yourself. And then you can close the records. So you do this by using the closing prayer. When you're closing the records, what you will feel is a separation again. So you'll feel that you're going back inside of your own physical body. So you're not in that high dimension anymore, but you have taken whatever you came to receive and came to give in that dimension to your physical body. And that physical body has now integrated that, or at least is starting to integrate that. And from there, it's good to ground again. So that's the last step that I recommend to you. It's again grounding, maybe moving again, shaking. Whatever you feel like doing at that time. Usually I feel like moving or like doing something. You allow that to do so that the energy can integrate a little bit further and so that you can leave whatever is being done there and you can just focus on what needs to be done at that moment. So those are my 6 steps for opening the records and for doing it in a way that is safe and for doing it in a way that really gives the best of you. Let me know whether that was useful, and I would love to hear your comments. If you have other steps that you're using, I would also be open to hearing it and to hearing your steps of opening the records. But if the records are new to you, I would advise you to just follow these steps. And if you want to work more precisely and practice more with these steps, it's really nice to check out the Akashic Records course on healeracademy.com, where you're being taken step for step through the Akashic Records, and you're learning much more detailed way of working with it. For now, thanks so much for watching and sending you much love and light.